Hey everybody, this is Greg from Shore to Stream. Welcome to the channel. We're going to be doing something extremely glamorous today on the Model Z Brinkley 3420. We're going to be upgrading the toilet. We had a good run with the Thetford, but it's time to go. Let me show you why. So this is the stock toilet. It's actually a low profile. I'm going to show you the difference here in a little bit, but it's a low profile too, which I didn't really like. But the thing we really didn't like was that little sprayer in the back. It just never cleaned the bowl fully. So what we did, ladies and gentlemen, campers and glampers, distinguished guests, let me introduce to you, in this corner, weighing just enough to throw your back out, the Dometic 320. This isn't just a toilet upgrade, this is a life upgrade, right? Because first of all, it's taller. The Thetford was a low profile toilet, and even though it's on a pedestal, it was just still too low. The seat of this is the standard size Dometic 320, is at 24 inches. And believe it or not, it feels like a really comfortable height, right? And this is the Dometic 320 has the elongated bowl on it. Just means it's a little wider, so it's a more residential feel, right? That's all. And what the good thing about this one is, this is what I liked about it. It's got a rim around the top, right? And under the rim is where the water outlets are. So all around 360, when you hit the flush, you're getting a whole coverage there, full coverage. So to get this bad boy in, it's pretty simple. There's two nuts. 1/2-inch nuts. Really all you need to get this thing in is a 1/2-inch open end wrench. So under those two caps, there's one on this side and one over here on this side. It's a 1/2-inch. Literally just unscrew those nuts, pull the old toilet off, and put this one on. It's a direct fit. You don't have to do anything at all as far as the toilet goes. It'll pop right on there without a problem. Sometimes it's a little it takes a little finagling to get those screws lined up, but after that you're fine. It'll wiggle a little bit until you get those nuts tightened back down, but once you get them down, it's pretty solid. The factory PEX line didn't match up exactly. It just wasn't a great fit. So I decided to go with this Brasscraft one-piece supply line. It's kind of neat. You just cut the PEX, the 1/2-inch PEX, use your deburring tool before you insert that PEX into this fitting. I'll show you what that is, just a good peace of mind. It's got a steel braided hose. You pop that right in, you're good to go. And you see that right there? That is not just a cutoff switch. That's peace of mind. That's I'm sleeping well tonight. You know, if something happens to the toilet and it starts leaking, we can easily just cut the water off to it now. And we don't have to kill water to the whole house, right? We could still have water in the camper. But one thing with these supply lines from Brasscraft, they do have a specific toilet version and a faucet version. You want to get the faucet version because it's a 1/2-inch fitting, and that's what you need for these toilets. The toilet version is a 7/8, and that's not going to fit. All right, see that? That's the deburring tool. This little tool is more important than you think, because one rough edge on your PEX when you're putting this in the fitting can spiral your day out of control pretty quick. Reason being, it's not sitting in that fitting as flat and perfectly as it should. I got to take a pause here. My wife is not going to like if I do not arrange these pillows to look nice. All right? Got the background looking nice. Okay? All right. Back to our already scheduled program. What you do is this. You take the PEX, right? And you just kind of slide it up into the slot that's marked 1/2-inch. This is just a piece of 3/4 inch I had laying around just so I can demonstrate. But you'll use the 1/2-inch, and what you'll do is, let's say this is the pipe coming out of the floor in the bathroom. You'll put this on and you'll just twist it around a few times and you'll be good to go. Let me show you what this is doing. I'm inserting this, right? I'm just going to turn it being I have it in my hand, right? And what it's doing is it's it's rounding out and smoothing out the edge of this PEX. I don't know if you can see those shavings coming off. Right, and you normally don't have to do it this much, but I want to make sure it looks good. Right, so what you have now is this nice, clean, rounded edge on the PEX. I don't know if you can see that or not, but here's a little burr here. I'll do it again. But it puts a nice round edge on there. And what that does is it just allows it to sit in the fitting nice and tightly, and you don't have to worry about it. One thing cool about the deburring tool too, you can mark this, right? Mark the PEX, and that's how far, let me do it over here. That's how far you have to push the PEX into that fitting in order for it to be seated properly. If you're pushing it in and it's ending up like that, it's not in all the way. You're gonna have problems. You're not sleeping tonight. Push it all the way. Make sure it's seated in there tight. Some people are asking whether the Dometic 320 fits without any modifications, and it does, right? So this is a Model Z bathroom. I think a lot of these are kind of the same. This is the 3420. I think it's pretty much the same as the 3400. It fits, but it's wider, right? It's a wider bowl, so it goes into that empty space a little bit. And we have a garbage back there. And before, when we had the Thetford, we could take that whole garbage out, take the bag out, and put the garbage back. Now there's not enough room. So note that if you put your garbage back there, you're kind of locked in to have it back there. Now, we can get the bag out without a problem, right? Take the bag and put a new bag. That's not an issue. And that basket's not going anywhere, so we're just leaving it. It's fine. I don't want it on the floor. It's just going to take unneeded real estate up, for no reason. So we decided just to leave it. One thing I wanted to note too, which got me at least twice already, was this is not a slow close seat. Right? It's pretty solid too. So when you drop it, it's making some noise. It's slamming down. So I'll definitely probably switch that out for a slow close. But that's about it. I'm just waiting for my quality tester to come down from New York, which is my son. And after a good day of whatever it is he's eating, he'll let me know how this looks and feels. Well, overall, listen, you're going to spend some time here, right? So why not be comfortable? I think it's a great upgrade for a Model Z. It fits in there nice, right? There's no special modifications needed, with the wall or anything. It's a really fancy upgrade, I think, anyway. I paid about $400 from Camping World for this. I had a 10% off coupon. I think they just give them out to anybody, but it was a little costly, but in the end, I think it was worth it. All right, well, this one may be obvious, but if you don't want your trailer smelling like regret and bad decisions, make sure you do a thorough and complete black tank flush before you lift that old toilet off. It's going to make for a much better experience. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, drop them below. You want to tell me I'm crazy for spending $400 on a camper toilet? Go right ahead. Just remember, life is too short for bad toilets. All right, I got to go. I got some important testing to do.